Thank you, TechNights, for having us. We're the Girls of Steel, and we're excited that you're watching. Today, we have three presenters to tell you more about our program.
Hi, I'm Aditri Thakur, and I've been a part of Girls of Steel's program pyramid for 6 years, starting on the first LEGO League team.
Hello, I'm Grace Goslin. I am a sophomore at Mount Lebanon High School, and I have been on Girls of Steel for 5 years. I actually started in first LEGO League.
I'm Janice Kim, and I'm a senior at Fox Chapel Area High School. I've been a member of Girls of Steel for about 7 years, and I've previously been a part of both First LEGO League and First Tech Challenge. For today, we've organized a general presentation to share what our mission is as a team, especially in terms of how our team is structured. After sharing more about our team's history, we'll go more in depth into the different programs our team coordinates, as well as how they're all ultimately connected. Our first robotics competition, or FRC team, is made up of girls from high schools all throughout the Pittsburgh region, where we represent the highest level of first. We have weekly meetings running from September to May. As you can see, our year is split into a preseason in the beginning of the year, a 6-week build season where we build a 120-pound robot, a competition season, and an off-season. For all Girls of Steel events, we try to go beyond the robot by emphasizing our mission statement, which is Girls of Steel empowers everyone, especially women and girls, to believe that they are capable of success in STEM. Our 2022 robot uses an intake, as shown in the CAD image on the right, and a horizontal conveyor moves the ball into the vertical conveyor. CAD, by the way, is a digital design of our robot before we actually build it in real life. After taking in the ball, the vertical conveyor delivers the ball into the shooter that, when positioned correctly, will shoot the ball at the upper hub. Use the QR code on the screen to watch one of our most recent competition matches. Here are a few GIFs of our robot in action. The left photo shows it shooting high, the top right photo shows it climbing a bar, and finally, the bottom right photo shows it intaking a ball and shooting low. Girls of Steel is a part of FIRST, which stands for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. FIRST has several levels, and each level offers a different challenge to solve every year. Our program involves all levels of FIRST. We're going to be telling you all about how Girls of Steel is a part of FIRST, what it means to be in FIRST, and how you can become involved too. As said before, we represent all levels of FIRST. We'll explain this with our program pyramid. We have our first robotics competition team, or FRC team, at the top of the pyramid. Under that, we have First Tech Challenge teams, or FTC, that we utilize as a stepping stone to participate in FRC the following year. First LEGO League, or FLL, is split into Co-Ed FLL Challenge and FLL Explore teams. Each of these teams is mentored by members of the high school FRC team. As I mentioned before, I personally was on a Girls of Steel FLL team and an FTC team before becoming a member of 3504, the FRC team. The mission of Girls of Steel is to empower everyone, especially women and girls, to believe that they are capable of success in STEM. We do this through our sustainable pipeline, where we build a media presence, create outreach programs like chassis projects and summer camps, as well as our FLL, FTC, and FRC teams. Oftentimes, girls can become disinterested in STEM, and we hope to combat this leaky pipeline with our solution from the last slide. The program extends from K through 12, and besides keeping close bonds with current girls, our outreach events and demos give the opportunity to be able to reach out to more people in the Pittsburgh area. Of course, the gender gap in STEM goes beyond Pittsburgh, but we hope that by providing role models, ensuring an equal gender ratio, and allowing access to hands-on learning, we can set an example that other places can also follow and implement.
Now we'll delve into the details of our younger first teams, like First LEGO League Challenge, which you are all eligible for. So what do you do in FLL Challenge? FLL Challenge has 3 core components in each themed challenge: robot game, research project, and core values. In the robot games, students are asked to design, build, and program a LEGO robot through a program called Scratch. For the research project, students are presented with a challenge in accordance with the yearly theme and are tasked with creating and presenting an innovative solution. Finally, students are separately judged on their adherence to core values at competitions through their demonstration of collaboration and cooperation. Our program is successful in addressing each of these aspects, with our teams winning numerous awards in these categories at the regional championships almost every year. Here's some pictures of our FLL teams in the past. As you can see, our students complete a research project identifying a problem and a solution, and then they present on it. In the top right is an example of a field that teams have competed on in the past, where the robot must complete different programmed tasks. And finally, in the bottom right is an example of a student working with Lego components. How do we run FLL? In Girls of Steel, all FLL programs are mentored by FRC and FTC members. Normally, FLL Challenge is held at our FRC practice field, and FLL Explore is held at individual elementary schools that FRC members previously attended. This past fall, we executed a hybrid FLL challenge season. Students were tasked with completing the project presentations in groups virtually and then step-by-step instructing a mentor on how they would like to physically build their Lego robot. Our mentors were in person while students were on Zoom. Students then coded their robots remotely and were able to see their robots in action through Zoom. In the past, we have sent physical materials to each of our participants to facilitate hands-on learning during the pandemic. This upcoming season, we expect both FLL Explore and FLL Challenge to be held virtually and fully in person at our practice field, not virtually. Now we'll get into First Tech Challenge and First Robotics competition programs.
We run First Tech Challenge teams with students ranging from 8th to 9th grade, and it functions as a stepping stone for our First Robotics competition team. Weekly meetings run from about September to February, with some combined meetings for our FRC team. The teams then build a 40-pound robot in 2 months and are mentored by FRC girls and mentors. FTC teams compete at scrimmages and qualifying tournaments. Our FTC program is designed to ensure that they're ready for the FRC season the upcoming year. I was also part of an FTC team, and Girls of Steel provided many resources and activities that helped me ease into FRC, even in a virtual year. To prepare for this transition, they meet alongside us at CMU and on Zoom, participate weekly at our all-hands meetings, and are invited to our Leadership Council meetings. They also participate in our outreach events and part of our Big Little Sister program, which pairs them with an FRC Big Sister who supports them throughout the year. In addition, they are invited to shadow our FRC technical sub-teams during the build season and are encouraged to get involved with our annual summer projects. Our two-way communication is managed by our FTC liaison that facilitates these connections between our FRC team and the FTC teams. Now we'll explore more of the details regarding FRC or First Robotics competition. Our FRC team is primarily student-led with the support of mentors, parents, and sponsors. We have a leadership council that meets once a week to discuss projects within the team that is made up of team leads and project managers, although all girls are welcome to join as well. In addition, all girls are on both a business sub-team and a technical sub-team, providing them with a well-rounded skill set. So what makes Girls of Steel different from other First Robotics competition teams? Girls of Steel is part of Carnegie Mellon University's Field Robotics Center's flagship outreach initiative. And as a result, we are able to have the amazing opportunity of being mentored by CMU roboticists along with other professionals. We are also one of only around 40 all-girls teams in the world, and we have qualified for World Championships 11 times. Girls of Steel teaches many important skills for succeeding in STEM, such as programming in Java, working with different machinery, CAD, electronic skills, mechanical design, presentation skills, fundraising, event organization, video making, crisis management, which is very fitting given the current circumstances, teamwork, and time management. In addition to these priceless skills, we were able to have the chance to meet girls all over the Pittsburgh region that have similar passion. Girls of Steel also prepares girls to take the next step, wherever that may be. 100% of girls finish high school and pursue post-secondary education at colleges, such as the ones listed on the slide, and about 80% of girls pursue STEM careers. Girls of Steel has been able to participate in many once-in-a-lifetime experiences, ranging from being able to talk with astronaut Katie Coleman and meeting with Disney Animation to meeting with 2016 presidential candidate Hillary Clinton, and even being invited to speak at the White House.
As we mentioned earlier, this year's robot involves an intake and shooter that developed over multiple competitions. We always build 2 robots during build season, one to practice with and one to compete with. This year, with the competition theme of Rapid React, our competition and practice robots are named Lightning McQueen and Bob the Builder, respectively. Here's another picture of our beautiful competition bot. During the pandemic, we had to shift to a completely virtual environment. This meant all our meetings were on Zoom, business and technical. Though it was a challenge to adapt to, we learned a lot and were able to have a very successful overall season. For example, we started some new virtual outreach programs like our hackathon and intro to virtual Scratch summer camps, which we hope to continue in the future. We returned in person in October 2021, and it was really nice to be able to work hands-on with our teammates directly again. However, we are still continuing some virtual outreach opportunities so that we can make our outreach reach a wider audience. Our FTC teams still meet as usual, learning about the basics that are useful upcoming up to the FRC program. Our FRC teams did the same. We've also had some extremely successful projects like the BuzzBand. BuzzBand is an ongoing effort aimed at making exercise more accessible for kids who have autism. It is a fitness armband that uses metronomic sound and vibration elements to help one focus and feel motivated to exercise. We have been awarded a $10,000 Lemelson MIT grant to continue developing our project. In addition, during the pandemic, we were named one of 2 Chairman's finalists at the World Championships at Detroit. The Chairman's Award is the most prestigious award at FIRST and honors the team that best represents a model for other teams to emulate and best embodies the mission of FIRST. Ways to get involved with FIRST do not start and stop with Girls of Steel. If you're looking for an option more accessible to you, here are some suggestions. There are plenty of opportunities in our area already, particularly community and school FRC teams. Here are some examples: Sharp, Titanium Titans, Steel Dragons, and etc. If you want to join FTC, some community teams and school teams are listed here as well. Alternatively, you can join FLL or FLL Explore, which are co-ed on Girls of Steel. If you are in 7th grade or 8th grade now, you can apply to FTC. FTC is a required first step for rising 8th and 9th graders just joining Girls of Steel. For application forms and more information about Girls of Steel, check out our website, where you can also find student-written blog posts. Scan the QR code to sign up and receive applications and program updates. There are fees for each program on our program pyramid, but fee waivers are available to all who may need them. Our priority is to make STEM more accessible to all, and we do not want cost to be a hindrance for interested students. Use the QR code on the screen to watch a recap video on what we as Girls of Steel did our last in-person season. Our sponsors make everything we do possible, so we would like to thank them. Finally, here are all our social medias and email, so you can keep in touch with us and stay updated on our newest projects. Thanks for joining us today. Feel free to reach out with questions or concerns. We hope to see you on Girls of Steel soon.